What's up, everyone? I'm Chase Lee reporting for DallasMoviescreens.com, and I got another movie to review for you guys, and that would be Alien Covenant. Now, this is the sixth film in the Alien franchise because Alien vs. Predator does not count, and it's directed by Ridley Scott, who has directed 50% of them. He directed the first Alien, Prometheus, and now Alien Covenant, and this one tells the story of a group of explorers on the ship Covenant who were supposed to originally go to one planet for growing a colony and having babies and just having sex all the time, to waking out of their cryo sleep too early, and they receive a distress signal from a habitable planet that's actually close by. They can get there in a couple weeks, and so they go to explore the distress signal and possibly think about colonizing on this planet, which is habitable with like vegetation, water, and oxygen. And then chaos ensues. Then the Predator just kind of pops out and just starts attacking them and whatnot. It's crazy. And this is where you click off the video like, this is not what I came here for. It's Alien Covenant. Predator will come out soon, though. Anyways, for Alien Covenant, I was really looking forward to it. I really love the first Alien. I love Aliens, and I actually really do like the assembly cut from Alien 3. It was the first time I ever watched it, and the first time I ever watched Alien 3 in general. I thought that was actually a really good movie. It's not perfect by any means, but it's good. It's a really good addition. Alien Resurrection, no thank you. And I really love Prometheus, so take that with a grain of salt while you listen to this review. So I was looking forward to it. The trailers have got me. Ridley Scott knows how to do sci-fi horror in space. He is a master at it. And if you don't think The Martian is not horrific, then you be mistaken, my boy. The Martian is horrific. So he's done, what would that make it? This will be his fourth one in space. But he's really good at it. So let's get real and break this down because I really liked Alien Covenant. So with Ridley Scott, the one thing I really appreciate about his direction and how fine-tuned it is that he knows he's got his grasp on horror. He knows how to create tension. He knows how to build up that suspense to where, like, when you know something's going to happen, you know it. Your mind is thinking it, but he still edits it in a way and shoots it in a way and just, like, delivers it to you in a way to where it scares the hell out of you every single time and really just kind of tricks your mind, even though you know it's coming. There's like this unsettling dread looming throughout from start to finish. Like, you know what's going to happen if you are into the Alien franchise, and Scott really just kind of adds that kind of atmosphere and mood plaguing throughout this movie and really just kind of gets you invested into this like horrific, nightmarish journey that these people go on, and you're invested, you're riveted, you're disgusted, you're scared, like you're tense. It's just a bunch of different things that he really kind of applies to the story and really kind of makes you invested. If you like Prometheus, I'm telling you right now, it's going to have like the atmosphere, I believe, of Alien better than Prometheus, but it's still a sequel to Prometheus, so you got to kind of tie that in somehow, and I thought they actually tied it in pretty well. So I was actually riveted when I found out Prometheus was tying in and whatnot. I'm like, this is really fascinating stuff, because the thing with the Alien franchise, it's not just a creature feature. It's always a lot smarter underneath its kind of like gory monster surface. That's what I've always really appreciated about these films. So with Prometheus, you have like these themes of like religion and creation and just humanity and existence, and that does carry over to Covenant. And those were actually some of my favorite parts when they were just kind of getting very philosophical and stuff in the midst of this kind of like hellhole. And those were probably my favorite parts for sure. The one negative. There's a couple negatives with the story. The obvious one, if you watch the trailer, there is a sex scene. That sex scene was unnecessary. It felt so out of place. It didn't even feel like it was Ridley Scott's choice. It felt like it was 20th Century Fox's choice, and I'm just like, that doesn't seem like Scott, So I don't know. The sex scene, no thank you, and the actors playing it couldn't even simulate sex well, so it was just awkward more than anything. And second thing, 20th Century Fox released 2 clips online before the release of this movie. They released a prologue and they released The Dinner, The Last Supper. I like both of those clips. And when you watch this movie, those clips would have actually added something to it. Now, I will say for one of those clips, and I'm going to tell you which one, they do add some segments of one clip to the movie. Just some. I would have rather they showed the whole thing. I will just say this. If they added both of those clips into the movie, I would have felt a more emotional connection to these characters that were in this situation. I was invested in the action and the story, but the emotional attachment to the characters and caring about them when they get, snatched up like this was kind of lacking a little bit. It was a little hollow. But I'm telling you, one of those clips would have made a hell of a difference. If you put that in there, I would have cared about a lot more people that were getting picked off. So I really do think that was kind of missing that emotional weight a little bit. But I was still intrigued by the characters because they were still cool to watch. Like, I loved everyone's kind of chemistry and camaraderie and stuff. It seemed like everyone was working together just fine. You could actually see them on a ship. So I don't mind the characters themselves. They're fleshed out to the best they can be, because, there's going to be more movies, so it's okay if they're not fully fleshed out here. But it's the emotional attachment that I think was lacking. But those two clips would have definitely helped for sure. And also, I always tell people this. The Alien franchise is like, every single installment is not anything new. It's typically the same story. It's just this cautionary tale of humans being dumb and getting face hugged and stuff's going down. So, like I said, if you are really nitpicky on the story, you might just look at this and go, "Oh, this is just like Alien. This is just like Prometheus." This is what the whole franchise has been. If you're not on board at this point, then obviously it's not for you. I found it intriguing because the reason why I like Prometheus in this one is because they interweave like this smart kind of sci-fi philosophy to the gore and the barbaric violence, to where it's a nice balance, and I actually enjoy it because it can be enthralling in one scene and then really kind of thought-provoking in another. So, but I thought for the most part, Scott really kind of nailed the overall kind of essence of the film. A lot of people might have a problem with, let's just say, the end of the film. A lot of people might find it tacked on or like too forceful, and it almost seems like a studio ending. I was fine with it just because I'm excited to kind of be in this universe. I really do get immersed into these movies, and so I'm excited to kind of see future installments because Ridley Scott has come out and said that he wants to do 2 more, so it'll be kind of interesting from that point. Let's see. The acting. Here's what's weird, is that I actually enjoy the characters. Danny McBride is probably my favorite character in the movie. But I thought the performances in Prometheus were better, like overall as a package. Like, Noomi Rapace is amazing in Prometheus. Kind of missing that performance, that kind of gut punch performance in this one, but I still enjoyed everyone overall. Like, everyone was like fine. Everyone was fine, except for Michael Fassbender. Excuse you. He is wonderful. He is terrifying. He is vulnerable. When you can switch between those two and make you feel sympathy in 1 second, and then the next second you want to kill him with a rake in the face, that's some really great acting right there. So I think Michael Fassbender kills it in this movie. He's absolutely wonderful with his character. So yeah, the performance all around pretty good, I guess, but no one's really kind of mind-blowing, but Michael Fassbender for sure. Speaking of mind-blowing stuff, what Ridley Scott does best is shoot really well-shot films. Regardless of what you think of Prometheus, it is a beautiful-looking movie. And the one thing I appreciate about the cinematography is just like with the tone. It's kind of got like this beautiful, nightmarish look, like this hellish situation that's actually shot so gorgeously. And so you're kind of like drawn into it from its beauty and its horror at the same time, so you're kind of just like transfixed the entire time while the movie's playing, because there's always something to look at, whether it be the action or the imagery itself. So I thought the cinematography was absolutely wonderful, and the CGI on the aliens actually don't look bad. They look pretty good. There was a couple of green screen moments that was like, you spent a lot of money on this movie, 20th Century Fox, you could have cleaned that up a bit. But for the most part, I thought the overall special effects integrated with the cinematography very well to have, a nice blend of computer generated effects and practical effects. Absolutely wonderful. And come on, the design of the alien is like one of the best designs in creature film history. So it's a really well done design. So is the facehugger. It's just fun to watch. I just love watching these things. Let's see what else. The music. I will end with the music, because just like with the overall tone that Ridley Scott has portrayed, the music is bone-chilling. I absolutely love the sound design and the music in this film. It really kind of gets to the core of like your being as you're watching it, and you can't move in your seat. Every single time when the alien popped up or something bad was about to happen, it was kind of like this like hollow ringing, but it was like this like angelic kind of like disturbing like type of sound coming from the theme. And I'm like, dude, that really is effective. Like it just kind of like takes the movie, puts it on a whole nother level, and adds so much texture around everything that's happening. It's just kind of like that extra bump that you would want in a horror film. So just like with the looming doom throughout the film, the music is the same way. It is disturbing, it is unsettling, but it's also like creepily angelic, and like I just, like I said, transfixed in the eyes with cinematography, transfixed ears-wise for the music. So overall, guys, I really like Alien Covenant, but I'm telling you, those 2 clips online would have added actually a lot more to this film. So I can't really bring this into like the A's or whatnot, but I will say I really do like it, and I might watch it more in the future and really kind of change my mind. But as a first-time view, I think I gave Prometheus the same grade until I watched it more and kind of appreciated it more. So I'm going to give Alien Covenant a B+. It's just a great one in the franchise. I really like it. I want to see Ridley Scott finish out this quadrilogy prequel thing that he's doing, because it's working for me. He is 2 for 2 right now. So what did you guys think of Alien Covenant, or have you even heard of it? Of course you heard of it. It's the Alien franchise. Please comment down below my face and let me know. And if you've seen the assembly cut of Alien 3, please tell me, am I the only one that's crazy? I actually really enjoyed it. So I'm Chase Lee, guys, reporting for DallasMovieScreenings.com, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.